I know you hate them.
I know, it makes me giggle every time. I don't know. I can leave
kinda
them
like
there. Yeah, I know you like them, so I'm leaving it.
Thanks, Em.
Welcome back to Less Cash More Mash. My name's Tom,
I'm Mike.
and today we're having a head-to-head two-way mash mix-up. So if you've watched previous episodes, this right here was an infinity bottle that we started a couple weeks ago now. So
No, all of that.
yeah, it's been at least 2 weeks since we've done it. So we were kind of curious on,
Right.
is it
We're
actually,
on our third week.
it could be 2 to 3 weeks. It's been sitting there for a while. So if it's going to develop, it's going to be developed by now. So we decided, I was just going to drink this and see what we thought. And I said, you know, that'd be boring. And then we were going to do a whole whiskey war. And I said, who knows, it might look different. So this, if you have watched us, has been our winner time and time again. When we have done it, it's won every time so far. And it's got a screw tab. Look at that.
And it's got a suck wax top.
It's got a suck wax top.
It's got a dribble.
Which they did change the wax top though.
I guess
I don't even know how to.
You bought an antique one?
I don't even know how to get the new one off. Well, this is, and stay tuned for this episode, but this is a non-age statement. This is back in a time when they did have the
It was saving money.
non-age statement. They weren't saving money. They ran out of product. So, all right.
No.
Yes.
No, I like the inside one, and your inside one.
Okay, is that how you want to do it? All right.
That's how we've been doing it.
You fuck me up all the time because you grab a different one and I think it's a different one.
You think too much.
No, I always put it in the same way. So on my left, his right is the infinity bottle. On my right, his left is this one now because he can't follow fucking along. But so what we wanted to do, you did it.
This is kind of how we've been doing it.
No, not when we do a whiskey war. We always line them up the exact same. So we know exactly which one
What do you
we're
want me to do?
drinking.
Switch them?
You do what you want. You
No.
do you. I'm going to start with the infinity bottle, which would be your right hand.
Thank you.
Which he grabbed with his left. Did you notice that? He's right-handed too. That's the funniest thing.
Well, Brenda actually said that. She's like, "What? Why?"
You're an anti. You gotta go.
Because I figured we'd be clanking whatever. I don't know.
No, that's fine. I gotta be honest. On the nose,
I said
it
that's what I
actually
said when you
smells
first poured it. The nose is like
delicious. Oh my goodness.
it's butterscotchy.
Deep down, I'll give you my hint right off the bat. I said, somehow I think this is gonna suck. Now, if you didn't watch the Infinity Bottle, I was a dope, but I didn't tell you everything that was it. It was all our best ones that we had. Actually, we had them in the first row over here at the time. It was all the better ones that we had. We went through with all the better ones that we had. To include,
And I did say, did we write them down? He's like,
no.
I remember what they were, but that was so long ago now. It's
He told me, I said, I should be saying this. He's like, they can see it in the camera. You can go back and watch that film. So he can blame it. This is one of
I
those
didn't
stories.
totally help.
No.
I did after the fact. We should write this
This
down.
really does smell really good. So what I did was basically a shot, an ounce and a half on of all of our better ones. I kept some of the weaker ones out, but let's give this
And
a
all
taste.
the flavors we kept out. And
all of the better bourbons we had, I put in. I didn't put rye. I didn't put Canadian. I didn't put any Scotch.
Definitely not Scotch.
No,
and we didn't do Irish either. I don't
No, I didn't put anything but the bourbons. It was all of our better bourbons in this one.
And or whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have hang time.
That was really good.
No, it's almost what's weird.
That was
it's got
better
a
than-
huge nose and it drinks like a Canadian whiskey. It drinks like super.
It drank super smooth, but that actually, let me get another sip of this before I go at the other one.
This you would sit and go, that could have another one. Yeah, could have another.
Nah, it wasn't that bad, but it definitely.
It's got a good flavor.
Yeah, it does.
And it's got no crush. It's got no peppery.
No.
If you mix it, it has a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Gives you that single.
Yeah,
Still on my tongue.
it's
Gone.
it's actually way
It's gone.
better.
It's a quick release.
But it's still here.
It's a quick release on that. That's a lot better than I was thinking it was.
I didn't think it was even going to be.
I was afraid we were going to dilute it with all of the other ones, all that big mixture. I was like, is this going to make it nasty?
We had a pretty good combination.
We did
had
have
some
a good-
90s. We had the 101s. We had 100.
Yeah.
I only had
Well,
one
we
on-
even
one-
had we even
103.
put a little knob in
Yeah.
there. There's a little of all the better of them. Now, color-wise, knob is definitely darker.
Yeah, you can see that. Plain as
Yeah,
day there.
yeah, it is not even close in color-wise.
And nose, it always has that distinct nose too.
Trying to get used to getting it on the whole glass. So
Yeah,
can
but
get
I don't know.
more
What does it
nose.
tell you? I forgot. I remember.
Well,
I
when you
watched
have the
somebody-
legs, it tells you the oiliness of it. Like you can see, like it's actually not even coming down. It's like sitting on the
It
top.
stays
of
at the
glass.
top and then
it's
it
just
slowly
sitting, and then
cools down.
slowly. That's called something I forget. You can do it with wine too, and then the legs is what comes down, I believe, and it like hangs there.
And actually, this one doesn't do
It
bad
does
either.
no, it really. I will honestly say, without drinking knob yet, right now that infinity bottle beats 60% of what we have on the shelf right now.
I don't know if it'd be that high, but oh, never mind.
The first, it's almost 3 levels. Yeah, I would. You'd be putting that on at least the second tier,
Oh yeah,
at least.
yeah.
It don't beat that though.
No,
It don't beat that.
no, nope. Nose and flavor, and you're right, it doesn't.
You know,
Still
it's-
good.
You know, it's funny. I've watched I watch a lot of whiskey tubers out there and a lot
'Cause
of
you
stuff.
can.
And because I can. And there's, and there have been a few people that have come out. I'm gonna put it back out here. I don't mean to block me, but just so you can see. There's been a few that have come out and actually said that Knob Creek is like, it really is like the hidden gem. They really have a ton of it out there. It is on every shelf
it is.
in
It is.
Massachusetts when we go. It's there every time.
And a variety pack too, not just the one.
No, but just this Knob Creek, it was, I forget,
I would say between
for
Knob
$40-something for a 750 milliliter. It is like a hidden gem.
and Elijah are probably like there in every store.
They're always, yeah, and
At least here.
I can't wait to try that one too. So
Is it in a bag of tricks that one there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I didn't get it. I keep looking at it, but
one of them, it was on my hit list. There's a lot of goodies coming up. So stay tuned. We have a lot of goodies coming up, and that is one of them. Yes, it is. I'll tell you though, this one's breaking into
it's
the nice the brown sugar cinnamon oatmeal. I'm getting in
No,
the
it's very good.
in the infinity bottle. I wish I had one of them proofometers just to see what it proofed out as. You know, I mean, like just sitting there, like out of the different combination we did. Because Knob sits at 100. That's about where that one is.
if I was to guess, I'd say this is like maybe like 96.
Well, you got the last one right, so I'm gonna go with that. If I was to guess, I'd say it's a rye and friggin' all kinds of stuff that just isn't true because I didn't get any right in the last game. So
Do they have those little meters? Somebody must have one.
I'm sure you could buy them, but they're not. It drinks like it's got a nice proof though. No, I mean we put a little bit of all of it in there.
Right. I mean, 96 isn't.
This. You know what? When I first decided we were going to do this, I really thought this was going to get absolutely trashed. You could actually, depending on the day, this one. Don't get me wrong. Knob Creek, better coat,
It is.
more flavor,
Still lingers
more
on.
barrel. Just really brings it to the table. But it has against everyone it's gone up against. This one though, it's right there. It's
If you
really,
took a heavy shot of this too, you would feel it.
well, not so much. Oh, no, you're gonna feel it, but not even that. Like,
No, you'd feel.
it
you'd
doesn't
have a burn.
have the coating effect
No.
as much, and
No,
that's the thing.
But
If-
it would hang here. If you shot that right now, it would hang right.
right. So there's circumstances though where people might not like that. Like I really like the whole tongue factor when it sits on your tongue and it coats down, and it feels like this. It feels like it goes down like a syrup. I like that. Some people
Oh, your
don't
egg
want
cracking thing that you said.
the egg cracking thing, yeah, which I can use right now, man. Like it just, I like that when it, and then you're like, nope, still there, nope, still there. I like that feeling. Where this one kind of goes away quicker.
It
where,
does.
Where knob just hangs around.
And the nose is better in knob.
Yeah.
But is that better than? I'll be honest. I hate the shit. Keep shitting on them, but
Even the tongue and the taste of who? Oh
Yeah.
no, better than this one? 100%.
it is
100%.
I sampled that a couple days ago, a few days ago, whatever
Yep.
it was, and same thing. Even the nose is better.
100%. Because we were struggling to get something out of that. I said, I think if you go back and watch that video, and it was a while ago now. I said this is a good $20 whiskey. That's not a $50 whiskey. This I would pay $50 for. Honestly,
Which is funny. I guess.
And they were all $20 whiskeys. That's the problem.
It might have been
a
$30.
couple 30 here and there and stuff like that. But
all said and done, yes, it's way better than I thought.
Way better than I
And he
thought.
wanted to do this like a week ago. He's been antsy. This has been bugging him. It's
Well,
up there.
it's been sitting up there staring at me for like 2.5.
I haven't even
3
tried
weeks.
it when you're away and nothing.
No,
And he's like,
I haven't touched it.
"Well, let's just let it sit for a bit. We shook it. We bang it up and down and just pretend it was in a barrel. But
That thing has been like, drink me, drink me. It's been calling to me for weeks. And I keep looking at it like, I should just take a sample and then he won't know. He's not going to know where it was. He's not going to know. Like when I did with the wine bottle with mom and dad's in the fridge, you know, like they're not going to know. Just one little drink. They're not going to know I took a little bit out of it. But, man. Yeah. I will still give the nod to nod.
it is insane.
On flavor and taste for now, but we haven't added to this either. So we have come now since we poured this.
It's probably 4 or 5 now, right?
There's some real good ones too. I don't think Wheelhouse is in there.
Russell.
Old
I
Granddad
think
isn't
Russell's
in
in
there. Russell isn't in there, and those are all really good
Which
ones.
is gonna bump it up.
Which are all higher proof and they do. So I'll have to.
With that, then I bet it's gonna.
That's what I'm saying. Like even the Old Forester 100's not in there. Those are all
We'll be getting another
delicious.
bottle of knob, just keep practicing, but
well.
that's a 750.
We
we got time.
We might have one. We do have one. I do want to do the competition of non-age statement versus age statement because we do have a 9-year over there. So that's another one in the bag of tricks. We got all kinds of good stuff in the bag of tricks over there, but
Yeah.
so you may see that coming up real soon. But overall, this actually tastes a lot better than what I was thinking.
Way better.
I was afraid doing
When you
are we
said
gonna
it, I'm like,
dilute 'em?
really? We're just gonna take
I was gonna.
a half-ass one and a really good one and a half-ass one and a really good one and a good, okay one, and I thought we were gonna end up with a.
Well, don't get me wrong. I did stay though with pretty much most of the top shelf and half of the second shelf. I mean, Fistfuls in there. You know, I took all the better of them.
Of what we had,
Yeah.
which is still
because we had some cheap ones that I didn't dilute it with any of the real cheap ones.
right. And we didn't do any of the blends.
No, I put all the better of the top end of what we had, of what we rated as better of them. I added to it, and I'm going to continue to do that because I think that'll just keep.
Because you have at least 4 or 5 we can add to that now, which will really change that.
Turn it up. Yep, it's going to turn it around.
It'll be closer to what you like.
Right. So
Well,
we wanted to try it. I noticed one person commented. I thought it was interesting, and I know my buddy. There you go, Jim. I know you've been waiting. On because he had an infinity bottle at his house, and I'm going to continue to add now that we've actually tried it to see how much it keeps incorporating and change. And we'll come back to it again. If we don't come back to it, leave a comment down below and let us know. Like, hey, it's been a while. Taste your bottle, but no, it definitely does actually have.
It's got a good nose.
Some of the better nose and flavor of some of the whiskeys we've had.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I like it.
Like I would even take this over a lot of even the base levels of all. That's what I was afraid of. We were going to take really good whiskey and turn it into like a base level whiskey, but it's not. It's actually really good.
It basically improved the lower ends that we put in. It complemented the higher end.
Yeah,
It made a nice little. And I would have never thought to do that. Well, maybe in high school. I would have tried anything then.
I was gonna say we were filling watermelons with vodka in high school.
No, that was grain. Should have been vodka.
It should have been vodka, right? No, this one's still. I got to give it to him. I had said that before. You know, we've had a couple, and you know, I still want to go back and if you want to see it, leave a comment.
No, because
down
we
below.
actually said would Russell's be better, but
You know, between, I mean, there's a couple of them. That Old Forester 100 was delicious. You got Knob, Russell.
and that's why you don't see the
Wheelhouse.
top three anymore, because we've
Yeah,
been doing that
it's-
like every
it's-
other
yeah.
every new bottle that comes in is going to be like, okay, let's hit it against this one.
So, that being said, if you guys do want to see, because we're going to call
Your
them,
favorite and against
we're going to call
whatever.
it mash mix-ups. So, if you happen to see, we can do two-way. This is a two-way. We can do three-way, do 3 different bottles. Or we can do a regular whiskey war where we're calling them mash mix-ups so we don't steal anyone's idea. I don't think anyone calls anything that. And if you want to see, like, 4 that we have here, that you're curious on who would come on top, leave a comment down below, because we do love suggestions. And
that does make a day.
and if we do have them, you know,
Subscribe before you do that. That'd be nicer.
they have to in order to comment, I think, anyways. I don't think you can comment unless you're subscribed. But
See how much I pay attention.
if you can, comment anyways, because YouTube
Yeah.
likes comments. So if you do want to see anything, like in particular, like, or if you have a suggestion of one that we have not done yet, leave a comment down below.
You want to do an 8-way? I may have to stay over.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I was gonna say. Last time we did a bunch of them, we had problems. But
Yeah, you can go see his son's video on that for jerky sauce
if
zero.
you paid attention on the tail end of the other one, I was talking a little bit funny anyways, because it hits you when you do a couple in a row. But overall, Knob still is the victor on this, but this is not running far behind. The Infinity bottle actually is really good. And like you said, when we put them new ones in, and that's why we kind of stopped doing the top 3, because them new ones, all the ones we have over in the grab bag of tricks over there.
If you're at home and you have like this much left in a bottle and you got 9 bottles with this much left, it would be a nice little treat to try.
Mix
And
it.
I picked a
You
probably
picked
lesser,
one of the worst bottles we
lesser
have.
of all flavors and notes. But if you have a couple of those, and then you got a couple, you got Old Grandad 114 or whatever, and you'll be surprised. It actually makes. I say it makes it pretty damn good.
It made a really good one, actually. Yeah, because that actually beats a lot of the ones that are on the bottom end that we were avoiding to put in. That it's actually much better. So, and basically all I did was put an ounce and a half. I flipped it over to the 2 ounce, the ounce and a half.
Stay
I put
away
about
from
an ounce.
your flavors and your scotch and your.
Well, and that was the whole thing. And if we had enough Scotch and if we had enough Irish,
One day
I
we
would
will.
do it. You're right. Once we get there, I'll do like one from them. So this one, I actually labeled it.
We've actually kind of.
I actually labeled it number 1, and I kept this strictly bourbon / whiskey. And then if we do get enough of the Scotch and the Irish, we can
We've
try
laid
again.
off on both of those actually. We gotta
What?
get back to a Scotch and an Irish. We haven't done either one of them in a while.
I think I got 2 in the grab bag of tricks over there. I think I got 2 Irish over there. I don't have any Scotch, but I think I got 2 Irish over there.
Just saying.
But there you go. We didn't lay off. I just haven't been bringing them out. That's what it is. But I haven't bought any Scotch though, because I know you keep saying you don't like it. So we
But it's all part of the fun. We'll see.
we do have to get one.
I
Huge
do
stinky feet one.
because
We do have to get one.
Kevin's
I'm not doing it until his friend Kevin owns up to his thing.
he comes back.
Is he over there right now?
Yeah, he's down the Cape, so
Yeah,
he'll
so
be
when
back.
he comes back.
He'll be back next week.
No. So when
Maybe even early next week.
You know what
I
it is?
Drag him over here.
My
listening, Kevin.
my actual liquor store, it's all bourbon, and then they got an Irish, and then a Scotch is like on the other side of the building. I don't know why it's so far away now. So I don't usually.
Yeah, none of mine are that way. Mine
Yeah,
are always
see, I
like
don't-
bling bling bling.
No,
it's
no.
it's
Mine's
your Irish
separated.
sections here. I think you go Scotch then Irish. Almost every one of them.
Right there. No, this
And then
it
it's-
used to be, but then they got like the bourbon
And
section
Canadian
got
whiskey's
so
usually at the
big
end.
that they moved Irish is on the end, and then Scotch is like way over in the corner. Like it's not
Even
even.
bigger stores.
Yeah, and I was like,
Which is weird
"Jeez."
because I'm in big stores.
It's just the way they have it set up, and I so I don't go into the Scotch as much anymore because I've been steering off of it because bourbon's been tickling my fancy.
They package Scotch really fancy though.
They do well, even like
Yeah,
the Glenkirk's got the 8-year and it's in a tube and it looks fancy.
There's a lot of
and
tubes,
it's
a
all
lot
this
of fancy
stuff. Yeah.
bottles.
Yeah. They take, well, you know what it is too over there. their climate doesn't change as much, so they don't get that drastic. Plus, they don't use it like bourbon uses the new oak, so it gets more flavor. Where a lot of the scotches are in used barrels, so they're not getting as much flavor. So they gotta make it sit in order to get a lot of the flavor out of there. And it just rains all the time over there. You know what I mean? Like they get the murky weather and stuff. So
Which what it smells like.
that's the beat. But they you know, so it's not like when you go to like Texas where it can be 103.
And I know you
50
guys
at
that
night.
love Scotch. You can call me and ask. That's fine.
But you know what though? The thing is
Although the last one,
we've
it-
drank a
Johnny
lot
Walker
of.
was-
It
was
was
pretty
actually
good.
pretty good.
I
It was really good.
kind of shocked.
And even a Glenkirk, I actually like. It was actually good.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple, but we all.
Not a blast.
I always drank
Well,
dirt
yeah,
water
yeah.
Scotch. You know what I mean? So it
Like
was
you
always
say,
the
even
cheap.
J&B wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
No.
Wasn't bad. Well, yeah, it wasn't bad. So
Sidetrack. Sorry.
there you go. We're babbling. There it is. There is our infinity bottle. Give this a try. It's actually pretty fun.
Nice little trick.
And you know, again, you got to be careful what you put into it because if you put a flavor or if we would have put like a rye or something
Imagine if you put the Ellington in there though.
with the butterscotch, that was a big butterscotch.
Wait, well, just the Ellington. That's a Canadian, I think, right?
It
Did
was.
that go in?
Yep. No, it didn't go in. No, I
But
kept
that-
strictly.
but we
bourbon.
have the flavored one, but you didn't
We have
put
both. I didn't put the other one in.
because that would have sweetened that up.
It would have.
really
It might have.
Anyway,
But and that's the
all
whole.
your own.
The whole fun of
I
it is
think
it can either make or break it.
Maybe with the new ones though, maybe we put a little bit of that in there and see.
Well,
if it
and that's why I was
sweetens
going to do multiple bottles where we
Okay.
can keep them with like top end, and then I was thinking, so we can start picking like this is Infinity bottle number 1. So then we can
got the
decide.
bottles, we can do
Do
something
we
with
do? That's why I kept some. So we can do like Infinity bottle number 2, where we put some of the lesser ones to see if we upgrade the lesser ones over, and then we can eventually do Infinity bottle 1, 2, and 3 whiskey war.
Which
Who
one's
wins?
better?
Type of
We,
video.
okay, so with that, we'll never know what's in one, but 2, 3, and 4, or whatever from now on.
You want me to start writing them down?
We'll
I
start
can do
with-
that. We got enough pads of paper. We can write them down. I could actually go back and figure out what's in it. I can go back and
you
figure
go-
it out. I could figure it out.
Just whether you care or not, it would be for our own, I guess.
So,
as well.
leave a comment down below if you like any of this. If you don't like any of this, if you hate all of this, go ahead and just leave a comment down below.
Subscribe. Tell us we suck.
Definitely subscribe. I said in the next video, I am going to say subscribe right the first 3 seconds in the video. And you know what I didn't do? Nope, no subscribe. So there you go. If you're still here, we greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Cheers. We need them closer, then we can exit with it as well.
You can put them on a table. Just don't put them up front because I think I think that's what's screwing up our camera. But